Battlefield 2042 gameplay reveal is finally here, and we are going to look into all of its secrets. I do appreciate everyone who checked out my stream earlier. We actually broke a record once again and hit 9.7k viewers. That is just mental, so a big thank you from me for that. Honestly, it was crazy. Anyway, let's get into this. The trailer begins with a soldier speaking who sounds awfully a lot like Stone Mountain.
Attention all squads. The Russian troops are falling back. Do whatever you can to secure the sector.
What do you think, guys? I think it is. Later, we see some customization in action in the middle of the game here. Just before this happens, you can actually hear a Battlefield theme playing as the elevator music. Customizing your loadout in game is going to offer so many opportunities to switch up your gameplay and the meta. Do I have concerns about this? Of course, but I'd like to talk about them in a new video. A company logo is shown here. Jacks can be seen on the site. A reference to Jack Frags perhaps? This customization honestly looks amazing. Selecting attachments, it does take away your HUD, dimming the screen ever so slightly, so you will be vulnerable while switching, so keep on your toes. There is the sights up top, barrel on the left, ammo type on the right, and underbarrel below. Throughout the trailer, the HUD is affected by the new tornado, sandstorm, storms, etc., potentially offering up new strategic ways to play. With the minimap being messed up, you won't be spotted at all and be free to move. So high risk, high reward. Explosions obscure your view with that HUD, so do keep your eyes peeled for what's going on around you. I have seen some complaints about the HUD here. I actually think it looks pretty good. I'm sure we'll be able to increase its size, decrease it, opacity, and other options just like previous titles. These ammo counts, by the way, are probably not final values. The character portraits can be seen in the squad to the side there, making it much easier to know who is who. Particularly useful if there's a lot of players using the same skin. Warzone. Flags, tickets, usual, it's all there. To the right we can see our primary weapon, which actually the icon changes after customizing your weapon. That's pretty cool. There we have the secondary, specialty, and other equipment. Above this is your health bar, health number, and here it states the vehicle or squad you are in. If you watch closely on the grappling sequence, there appears to be a cooldown to using this, so don't expect to be hopping around like Spider-Man. We get to see the pure scale of this battlefield here. It is absolutely massive. Not quite as massive as this C4 may suggest. 9 kilometers is huge. This is most likely just a placeholder and not final values. Although I will say, limiting the distance explosives can be detonated at could offer some much needed balance, or annoy the hell out of players who are just here for the memes. On the back of this M1A5 tank, we can see a tow hook perhaps, which maybe we can tow disabled vehicles, bring extra vehicles along, like BF5, and maybe other fun things we can do. Earlier on in the trailer, we actually see an M1A5 being called in. It's hard to tell if there will be any animation getting into vehicles with this. The edit suggests perhaps not, though we do see a soldier getting into a vehicle later on in the trailer, almost being sucked away by the tornado. Jumping off that helipad and dropping in like we saw in the reveal trailer will certainly please fans of Battlefield 3. Those really cool moments is what makes Battlefield Battlefield. Please DICE, can we get plenty more of those? When using the wingsuit, the game smoothly switches from first person to third, sliding the hands out and bringing the soldier in. So clean, I love that. We saw this guy in the reveal trailer too. He's got Dozer name tag on his arm and, forgive me on this one, Espinosa on his chest. A new specialist we know little about. Is this a player's name here? Is that his nickname? What is going on here? Throughout the trailer you see plenty of clips showing off the new physics system that are actually real and not just part of the reveal trailer. Of course, there is the huge tornado throwing players and stuff around everywhere, sucking them up as it comes close by, and causing carnage wherever it goes. This jet slams into the AH-64X GX Apache Warchief, knocking off 20 health points. Bullets hit the armor and sparks fly off. It's all over and the pilot comes screaming to the ground. Debris from the helicopter can actually be seen bouncing around here. Shadows easily give up your position on these cranes, so do be cautious. You only have to compare this to Battlefield 3 to see the improvements in the overall lighting system here and visual quality. Honestly, it's incredible. The grappling hook gets caught ever so slightly on the platform here. May want to take your time with this, or you may meet your death. Maybe you'll want to get caught on purpose actually, and get to those hard to reach areas. Can a player operate this crane? I don't know. There is going to be automated cranes on one of the maps, as we saw in the reveal trailer, but I don't know how it's all going to work on this map. Maybe we can't even get inside them. We do see Dozer once again here taking out a pesky crane camper. What the hell is this on his arm? Can you guys work it out? A cheeky little slide there. Will it be the same as BF5 or even BF1? I don't know. Personally, I like sliding. I don't want it how BF1 used to be. I thought that was awful. I know there's lots of disagreement in the community about this, but in my opinion, just a little bit, not too excessive. Talking of weapons and vehicles, there is so many to see. We got the LATV-4, appears to have the droppable mines selected here. Not entirely sure on that one though. There is the MV-38 Condor, the M1A5 tank. Unlimited ammo is that? Could be a good thing, could be not. Depends entirely on how the game plays. I'm sure there will be cooldowns of sorts. The LCMG, the grapple gun, the M5A3, the AK-24 I believe, the PBX-9. These are sat in the MD-540 Nightbird, 4 seats pilot gunner passengers, the AH-64G Hex Apache Warchief. Incredible detail inside here. Air-to-air guided missiles on this one, and the player here switches to the rocket pack. Also has repairs and flares. That is the TG-24 sniper rifle. It looks like there is a compass on his left arm there. This is the M1A5 again, 120mm smoothbore minigun on the LATV-4. This is the 4V9, the M5A3 with a massive sight. The G57, some kind of Glock I assume. Cheeky reflection in the sight there. The K30 Vector essentially. Look very closely here and you can actually see the bullets spreading out. It's hard to tell how gunplay really is with this trailer, but that there suggests movement will affect spread in some ways. You get to hear how the gun sounds quite nicely there as well. Notice the icon changes here as the player fires, going back to medic very quickly. New icons for players waiting for a res there too. Flares on the heli there look absolutely gorgeous. Different G57 there with a suppressor attached. 4v9 with a massive scope on it. Red text here could indicate players are marked. Not entirely sure about that, but if I am right there, that is extremely far away there, giving us an idea of the size of this. This is the largest map ever in Battlefield history. That tank firing just covers the entire screen. For a brief second, you are blind. Keep that in mind as you move around the map. There may be opportunities to use that to your advantage. Now this explosion behind the bridge there, could that be the MV-38 Condor we were just in earlier? You see the shockwave there? Oh, that is just beautiful. The gunner on this LATV-4 blasting away here kicks up the sand, a very nice little detail that, and the debris from the heli just taken down can be seen bouncing around. Very, very nice details that along with others will certainly add to the immersion. Like the reveal before, we do get a look inside the vehicle and see various HUD elements and components of the vehicle. Condition perhaps. This vehicle stood no chance, even taking some of it along for a ride. I love that. I absolutely love that. I was tired of Battlefield 5 jumping in a tank, jumping over one of those cars and it not really doing anything. That right there is just perfect. I hope to see more of that. Plenty of bollards around these areas, so do expect tanks to be quite restricted in some of the ways they can play with and against infantry players here. With the tornado coming in, the trees bend, bushes move, neon signs appear to be flickering, the detail is all there. And there we go, the lightning strikes. And here comes the little bird, about to be thrown into the building by the tornado. It's really hard to tell just how many floors are accessible in these buildings. I assume DICE won't open all of them, purely for gameplay purposes. You know, if there's too many options, that can result in a dull game. Directing players to areas will be key here. It is what made BF1 work so well on so many of the maps. Nope, that is not me saying it's a perfect game. I have a lot of criticisms about BF1. It is my favorite, but do just think of the operations in BF1 and then you'll probably understand what I mean here. These two appear to be futuristic taxis. Electric, I assume. Playable? Maybe. More smoke is seen popping up from the gunfire as these soldiers enter this building's lobby. Lots of verticality going on here, lots of flanks, angles to consider. A great location for infantry combat. I cannot wait to check this out. Throughout this trailer, you may notice there is lots of different backpacks, maybe suggesting that you'll get a different one for how you've got your character set up. Maybe you can just simply select a different one. I don't know. The straps actually flail around here. Again, a nice little detail. Similarly to Battlefield 4, this flag is directly on a rooftop. Once again, I cannot wait to fight on top of here, especially going from rooftop to rooftop. Oh man, it's gonna be incredible. Now just look how bright that character is there. That just looks amazing. All the dust particles can be seen being lit up too. I told you, there is so many details in this trailer. I'm pretty sure I've missed so many things. Red light on the elevator towards the left there, not in use perhaps. Fighting on this rooftops, honestly, there is so much cover, so many flanks, roof-to-roof combat. It's gonna be amazing. A cheeky little hint message there indicating you need to swap your mech. Classic Battlefield with the quad bike being thrown at the little bird there. C4 already planted on it, boom it goes. And just before it does, we get to see the new physics system once again, crashing into and bouncing the heli off into a new direction. Hit marker on the center HUD elements popping up just as the C4 is detonated. Grabbing onto the zipline here is clean and flawless. 2 hands on the weapon at all times. It does appear infantry combat is heavily focused on the roofs here. Sandstorm has swamped the buildings below. Will that rise even further? It would be ridiculous, but this is Battlefield 2042. Anything could happen. This box here does get blown up and can be seen destroyed and on fire. I will say I would have liked to see more destruction and levolution in this trailer. I do imagine DICE though are holding off some of that back for potential beta trailers or even official release trailers. The players had enough up here and jumps down. Gorgeous lighting throughout of course, but in this particular sequence you can just, it's just lovely and it's constantly changing. Perhaps we'll see a shift throughout the battle, certain colours reflective of certain events, who is winning, who is losing. I hope so. I do hope the imagery changes. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see it change with the kind of mood that's going on in the battlefield. That would be sick. Say goodbye to your little tuk-tuk there. I don't think you're going to get that back. It does appear they've got all this looking pretty good here. If you go back to BF5, initially there was so much snow it made the game look awful at times. This seems to be a nice kind of middle ground. It looks good, it's immersive, but not so much excessive detail that the game ends up looking like a can't even talk. A pixelated mess. That is what I was trying to say, particularly on streams. The memories, terrible. What is she wearing up there? Anybody know? Definitely a chunky grenade launcher on that one. Flashlight on the pistol, I assume it is. I thought it was the headlight from the tuk-tuk. Definitely gonna blind some players, that one. It does cast some huge shadows and leaving you with little detail. That right there is just completely overblown. Maybe more of an annoyance than useful? We'll see. Oh yeah, and look at those hair physics. Oh, pretty nice. Now this shot is just Battlefield all over, isn't it? More physics, hovercraft sliding, explosions, throwing snow into the air. I love it. You know, I've loved this trailer. There is a lot of criticisms about it. I'd love to see more. I'd love to see more destruction, more gameplay, more levolution, more maps, and everything else. But you know, I'm happy so far. This trailer is more about getting the feel right, I think. I'm sure more will come soon. Definitely do have concerns, plenty. The weather systems, the tornadoes. Could that get annoying? Is there going to be balance issues with that? Something I hope DICE have considered. There was maps in previous games with sandstorms, and I gotta be honest, not really a fan. But anyway, I'll save those discussions for another video. In reality, we do need to get to play the game first, you know, and all these things can be tweaked. It's not a problem. Anyway guys, make sure to subscribe. Battlefield 2042, it's gonna be all on this channel. Guides, tutorials, gameplays, live streams, all of that good stuff. I've done it with previous titles. You guys loved it, so we're going to do it again. I love Battlefield. I cannot wait for this. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Drop a like if you enjoyed this, and I'll see you soon. Take it easy.